What is going on, guys? I'm Marvin here, and this is episode 29 of AC Reggiana's Review. Before we get into today's episode, let's have a look at our club overview screen. There's actually a lot of things that we can actually talk about, but let's start with first our media prediction for this season. For the first time in the 4 seasons that we are in Serie A, we have been predicted to finish above the relegation zone, and we have straight away, grow from a relegation favorite team to a mid-table team. So which really shows the improvement that we have done in our club here. All right, so when we look at this, we are going to be playing in the Conference League this season. That's why we have the continental competition as well. Our social media followers have immensely increased since our first season in CDC as well. And look at this, look at our facilities. We have an impressive youth recruitment, impressive youth facilities, and a great training facilities as well. And even our reputation have actually increased to a continental level club. All right, so we have really come a long way since our first season in Series C. All right. So it is really lovely to see the way our club have actually improved in the past 7 years. Starting from a Series C, from a third tier football team in Italian football, and now we are going to be playing for the first time ever in a European competition in the history of the club. All right, our bank balance is also very, very healthy. We have about 26 million in the bank balance. Our estimated value have shot up to 217 million. Our finances are rich. And you know what's the best part? We are in the process of a board takeover. Seriously, guys, I really hope we are going to get a tycoon takeover. Because to be honest, in my whole years of playing football manager, I have never got a tycoon takeover ever. So I just wanna get a tycoon takeover, just to enjoy the benefits of having a very, very rich owner that will be willing to invest in our team. As you guys know, even though we qualified for the European competition this season, our transfer budget was only about 7 million, and they gave us at about 18 to 19 million per year for us to spend on wage budget. All right, so I had to sell to buy this season, and my God, the transfer deals that I've done, this season, it's gonna give a lot of effect for the coming years of this series. So you know what? Without further ado, let's just get into our transfer business of this season. All right, so first of all, the first player that I've sold this season is Egberto. We have sold him to Cruz Azul for a potential fee of 7.5 million. And as you guys know, last season we actually spoke about this. Egberto was actually occupying one of the non-European slot in the team, and he was not improving at all as a player in the club. All right, so but his value was only at about 1 to 3 million. But for us to get 7.5 million from Cruz Azul, it's actually a very, very good deal, to be honest. And immediately after he signed with Cruz Azul, he actually got injured for about 6 months with a broken ankle. So I know that is going to sound really bad from my side, but yeah, good riddance, to be honest. All right, so let's talk about the other transfer out that we have done this season. This player has been a really, really crucial part of our club's rebuild. We actually signed him during our second season in Serie B, and he was one of the reason why we got promoted from Serie B in the first place. In Serie A, if you have a look at this, I know 6.95, 6.86 average rating, 6.787 was actually a very, very good return by him. But as you guys know, we are in the European competition. We needed someone who can actually take our midfield to the next level. All right, so he was not the player. He was not improving as a player. He was just stagnant. His progress was stagnant. So, for us to get 3 million for this player, we sold him to Brescia. Brescia is recently promoted to Serie A this season. So obviously we will be playing against him, maybe in the future, but hopefully he will not do good against us at all. All right, so Finley Burns. All right, so Finley Burns, most of you guys might not even know Finley Burns because we signed him last season on a free transfer, but we could not play him because of the non-European rules that we had. All right, so we actually ended up sending him on a loan to Barnsley last season, where he played in the championship, with Barnsley. All right, so when he came back this year, I know he was occupying a non-European slot, but I actually needed an improvement to our defensive line. But Finley Burns was not it, to be honest. All right, so he is a good player. He is a good player. Do not get me wrong, but he was not the player that were gonna get this club to the next level. I really need someone who can actually really defend well, and yeah, play in the European competition. As you guys know, we really need to be a contender of the Conference League this season. So, I put him on transfer list. We got an offer for 2.5 million from Sunderland, and I sold him off. If you have a look at these three appearances in the championship, 6.67 average rating, I don't think he was going to be able to play in Serie A for us. All right, so this player, to be honest, I was actually sad, to sell him because he has been a very, very important right back in our club. Okay, same thing. We signed him during our second season Serie B. During our second season Serie B, we actually rebuilt the whole squad. I still remember, I think we signed about 90 to 20 players, during that summer transfer window, and he was part of it. All right, so he had been a very, very good backup for us, in the right back position. And yeah, he was not improving at all. 26 years old. We signed him during, when he was 22, 23 years old. And he have not been improving since then. If you have a look at this, 2.5 star, current ability. His attribute looks good. He's an average player, but I have Worm Layton in the team, Agustin Giai, so there was no way that he were gonna get any type of game time this season. So when I got an offer of 2 million from Elche, I seriously take upon it, and they have signed him for 2 million. Another players that we have sold to Mallorca is Jose Mario Amo for 1.7 million. You guys must be thinking, why am I selling, our centre back? Jose Mario Amo, as you guys remember, he has been a very, very important part of our defensive line as well. If you have a look at this last season, 29 appearances for us. But I've actually signed a way, way, way better replacement for this type of players. And I really know that with those signings that I've done, right, it's going to be able to bring our club to the next level, seriously. All right, so Jose Mario Amo, 2 seasons with us. A very, very good backup centre back, but he's 30 years old, and I have managed to sign a younger replacement with a better current ability and even a better potential ability. So, fair play to him. He was a really, really good, part of our team, and I just can tell him good luck, for his future. That's all I can tell. So the most exciting part of a transfer window, the transfer in. Our first signing, Renacio Carioca from Bologna. We signed him for 1.8 million, guys. So this player, I actually signed him not for him to start immediately for us, in the goalkeeping position, but I signed him as a potential replacement for Cardinelli in the future. If you look at his current ability, he have a 2-star current ability, decent Serie B player with a potential ability of 4.5 star. So if you look at his attribute, right, I know his mentals doesn't look that good, but he's only 19 years old. He have a 5 years contract with us, and I know in time he will surely improve to be a very, very good goalkeeper for us. All right, so our second signing is going to be Giuseppe Pazea. So he's going to be our first choice left back in the club. I know he's 30 years old, and his physical might start dropping in the future, but he has a natural fitness of about 15. All right, so that can actually show you guys that he might not, drop down as fast as we think. All right, we have actually gave him a 3 years contract, so hopefully within this 3 years contract, he will stay fit and his physical won't drop as much as I would like. All right, if you look at this, he loves big matches. He's a very consistent player. So, for a signing that we signed for 1.2 million, I think he is going to be a very, very good signing. Last season, he was playing for, Fiorentina. He made 12 appearances, 6.95 average rating. I think it's quite good. It's a quite good return for a left back. All right, so we are going to be playing him as a wing back on support, obviously, as we do in our formation. And hopefully he will do a good job for us this season. But I can assure you guys, he is a obvious replacement, obvious upgrade to Triple Delhi. Alright, so Licoro Armini is going to be one of our backup centre back. Look at the progress that we have done. So in the past seasons, right, I think this type of signing like Nicolo Armini would have been our first choice centre back in the club. But with the progress that we have made and with the transfers that I have done, he is going to be a backup centre back for us. It is really exciting, guys. It is really exciting to see that we have progressed this well in this short amount of time. All right. So Nicolo Armini, we signed him from Bari for 800k, and last season he did play for Spezia, in Serie A, but it didn't go well for them, because they were relegated. So hopefully with him playing for us as a backup, playing off the bench, right? I hope that he will be able to do a good performance whenever he's called upon to play for us. All right, another new left back, but this is going to be a future punt. Okay, it's Malwin Lowu. All right, it's me. I've signed myself, 18 years old player. All right, we had a little bit of transfer budget for us to spend during that time, and he came on to my radar, and we signed him for only 250k. With the potential ability that he has, right? I think he could potentially be a very, very good left back for us, and potentially be a player that is going to be homegrown in club. All right, as you guys know, we are in the European competition, but we don't have any type of any players that are actually homegrown in club. So that is going to be quite hard for me to register players, in our European competition this season, and it is taking a toll in our team right now. All right, so hopefully, with this type of players, where they can actually be homegrown in club in the future, that is going to solve our European competition registration in the future. All right, so a new defensive midfielder that I've actually signed here. Okay, he's going to be a backup to Brescianini this season, and he is a replacement for Jacopo de Riva. Even if you look at him right now, right, he is already an amazing upgrade to Jacopo de Riva. So we signed him from Olympique Marseille. He was actually released from Olympique Marseille. We signed him on a free transfer. To be honest, guys, I've actually tried to sign Renato Vega, for the past few seasons, but he opted to go for Olympique Lyon during that time. So, when he was available for a free transfer, I took him upon because, to be honest, he looks really, really great. All right. The only thing I don't like is that he don't love important match, and he is injury prone. But he's going to be a backup to Brescianini. All right. So he's going to be coming off the bench. And even last game against FC Sion, in our playoff, right, he scored the winner against Sion that actually got us into the league phase of the Conference League. So a very, very good start to his career in our club here, and hopefully he will continue on his good performance for us. Alright, guys, so this is the signing that will not play for us this season. Alright, so I actually signed Max Dean on a free transfer, but since he can't be playing for us, due to the non-European rule, I actually sent him out on a loan to Swansea City. All right, why? You guys must be thinking, why did I sign this player, knowing that he couldn't play for us? Look at his attribute, guys. For 24 years old, he is a really, really good pressing forward. And hopefully, maybe in the future, maybe next year, if we can register him in our team, right, he is going to be a very, very good backup to Norman Bassett. Coming off the bench with his type of, with his attribute of physicals, with his mental ability, I think he can actually create a lot of problem for the defense whenever he come off the bench. All right, even for Swansea, right, he has started the season really, really well for them. If you have a look at this 6 appearances, he have actually managed to score 5 goals and 2 assists. I can tell you, I can foresee that he is going to be a menace in the championship this season, and hopefully we are going to be able to register him next season, because I really want to play with this striker in my team. Alright, guys. So Kevin Zeffi, we actually signed him on a loan from Inter Milan with an optional future fee of 9.25 million, which I think I will be, most probably, I think it's 90% chances that I will be triggering his optional future fee next season, during this end of this season. Because look at this player, I actually signed him, to compete with Cortinovis on the left hand side, playing as an inside forward. When you look at his attribute, right, for a 23 years old Irish player, he is a really, really good player. And I didn't even know, that he's actually a real player. He has been with Inter Milan, since since 2021, and I didn't even know that Kevin Zeffi actually existed. All right, so do let me know, in the comment if you guys have actually played, and actually signed Kevin Zeffi in your saves, and do let me know how he turned out. All right, the only thing I don't like about him is the trait of not liking important matches, but he have actually started quite well for us. His first start in Serie A, and he have scored 1 goal for us, 7.40 average rating. So I think it's a really good start. All right, so a new left back in the club. I think it's Jawen Hajam. Is it Jawen Hajam? We actually signed him on a loan deal from Burnley with an optional future fee of 4.7 million. All right. Yeah, he's going to be a backup. He is going to be competing with Pezea, on the left back position. And to be honest, both of the signing that we have done, on the left back position, right, has been improvement, has been upgrade to our left back position that we have been struggling with for the past few years. I know that Triple Dali has been playing for us, for so long, and he was playing quite good in the left back position. But to be honest, he was really not good enough to play in Serie A. Is Sofiani Madi. Alright, so Sofiani Madi, we actually signed him on a loan deal from Southampton with an optional feature fee of a measly 1.4 million after 25 matches played. And trust me, guys, I will be playing him for the 25 matches for me to trigger that 1.4 million transfer fee for him, because he is a really really good player. I'm really not sure why Southampton actually allowed him to go on a loan, and with a measly 1.4 million transfer clause. He have actually started 5 games for us with an average rating of 7.38. So you can actually see the difference between what we had in the past and what do we have right now. 7.38 average rating. I can't even remember when was the last our center back actually had that type of average rating in the team. If you look at his physical, especially, right, look at the jumping reach, look at the stamina. Oh my god, look at the determination that he has. I think he's going to be a very very good center back for us. All right, so another loan signing that we have done is Ibrahima Diallo. So we actually signed him from Cadiz, on a loan deal. Do we have an optional feature fee? Yes, we do have an optional feature fee of a measly 1.3 million. And this guy is going to be competing with Wonder Woman for the ball-winning midfielder position, on the right-hand side. Wonder Woman normally play with a deep-line playmaker role, and he's going to be a ball-winning midfielder for us. Actually, to be honest, if we want to play him as a deep-line playmaker, we can actually do that as well, because his passing, his vision, his teamwork, work rate, everything is still great for him. He have a stamina of 16, natural fitness of 17. I think he is going to be a huge inclusion in our midfield this season. But with the signing of Diallo, that means that we have to send Carlos Chuna on a loan. All right, because I don't think, with this signing, right, Carlos Chuna will actually get the game time that he got in the last season. And to be honest, this season, he really do need that game time. All right, guys, so the final transfer that we have done this season is another centre back that we have signed on loan from Valencia. You know what's the best part? His contract with Valencia is going to be expiring at the end of this season. So hopefully in the month of December, we will be able to, give him a pre-contract deal and sign him on a free next season. I really hope he's not going to extend. I seriously hope he will not extend his contract with Valencia. To be honest, if you have a look at this, he did not play for Valencia, in La Liga last season. When they were in the second division, he did play for them. But yeah, since they were promoted into La Liga, he did not play for them at all. When you look at his attribute, with the potential ability that he have, right? That this player will be a really, really good player in the future. All right, even right now, as a ball playing defender, right? He looks like an amazing center back, and he's going to be a center back. He's going to be sitting on the bench for us this season, and I will be giving him game time, from time to time, and hopefully he will improve, and hopefully in the month of December we will have the wage budget to sign him on a free. So that is the reason, after I sign him, right, that is the reason I stopped signing any player, because I want to keep the transfer budget, I want to keep the wage budget for me to be able to afford to sign him on a free in the month of January. Alright guys, so this is the team that I'm going to be fielding against Bologna today. It's going to be Cardinelli in goal. Our 4 defenders will be Pazea, Morocco, Madi, and Agustin Giai. Our 2 defensive midfielders will be Brescianini and Dalialo. Zeffi, Garbi, and Berenguer will be behind Bolzan as our striker up front. Let's just submit the team and get into the match. Alright guys, so to be honest, I'm not sure what to expect, in this game against Bologna here. We have actually had a very, very good start against Brescia. When we played against them, we won 2-1 in that game. And hopefully against Bologna here, Bologna actually lost their first game in Serie A this season. So that is the reason why they are sitting in the 18th position. So hopefully we can actually pile on to their misery, pile on to their loss and make it 2 losses in a row against this Bologna team. Alright, it's going to be a throw in here. Pazzella to Garbi. Garbi passing it to Diallo. Now Brescianini trying to play a long ball to Bozlan. But it was headed clear by the defender, but we still have the possession here. Giai with the possession on the right hand side, passing it back to Diallo. Diallo sideways to Brescianini. Now Zeffi, Bolzan is through. Oh my god, that is what is a great tackle by the defender. Pazzella got into loose ball. Now Zeffy passing it back to Pazella. Pazella with a cross there, but that shot by Bolzan, if I'm not mistaken, was really, really weak. Easy save for the keeper. You know what? I'm gonna demand more here. I'm gonna shout demand more here in the first 20 minutes, and hopefully we will be able to create a better chance here. All right, it's gonna be a free kick here for Bologna. Consoli, their goalkeeper, is gonna be taking it. Consoli now to Binks. By the way, I know that in our last episode in the squad planning, right, that I did, all right, then oh my god, Brescianini scored a total easy job, easy goal there. That was a mistake by the defenders. All right, so let's get back into what I was telling you guys. I know in the squad planning, I was telling you guys that I wanted to sign a goalkeeper. All right, but to be honest, as you guys know, we didn't have a lot of transfer budget, and there was actually, a lot of offers for Cardinelli, during the transfer window. But I know Cardinelli actually has a release clause of a Champions League club, signing him for 10 million. But lucky for us, Real Madrid only offered 9 million for him during that time. I actually tried to extend his contract, but he's asking for a lot of money. He's asking for close to 2 million. All right, so which we can't afford right now. Hopefully, no one is going to be triggering that release clause, and hopefully, we are not going to lose him, for a measly 10 million. All right, but if anyone, decide to trigger his release clause, what am I going to do is I will just give him a new contract, right, or something like that. All right, so that is the reason why we did not sign a new goalkeeper. But yeah, Cardinally, I think he should be able to do a good enough job for us, in this season as well. And maybe in the next season, by the end of this season, I will try to extend his contract and try to remove that release clause, since we are already in the European competition as well. And now we have a penalty here, and Brescianini is going to be taking a penalty. He have a chance to make it 2 goals in this game. All right, so his second goal of this game, and our second goal in this game as well, and the score line is 2-0. But if you look at this, our team, they are not playing well today. I'm not sure why. I know, Bologna is not a very easy team, for us to beat. But for us to be on the lead against this Bologna team 2-0, that can actually show you guys, the improvement that we have made in this, in this team, in this transfer window here. Seriously, for the first time, to be honest, I don't feel like giving up, on this series, and, with as you guys know, with our team currently in the process of a board takeover, right? That is actually giving me a little bit of hope as well. Hopefully that we will get a rich owner that is willing to invest in the club, giving us good transfer budget, wage budget that can actually make us compete. Even now, our fourth season in the Serie A, right? We are still one of the lowest, spending wage budget team, so yeah, it is not a very, very good thing. All right, so I'm going to take off Excel Berenguer for Esposito there. And Pazea, sorry, it's Morocco. Morocco is actually not having a good game. So you know what? What am I going to do is we are going to give a debut to Samuel Criado. All right, so Samuel Criado, as you guys know, he can actually play as a ball-playing defender. And I'm going to play him on the left-hand side here, beside Madi. And Bolzan is also on a 6.7. He's not playing well. But you know what? Let's take him off for Cortinovis, and Cortinovis can play on the left hand side, and Zeffy can play as a striker as well. As you see over here, Zeffy can actually play as a striker as well as an advanced forward, and we are gonna do just that. Let's see if he can play well in the striker position. And Carlos Juna will be coming on for Diallo here. He's still in the club right now. He have not gone out, on loan to Girona yet, and hopefully he will actually, go to Girona. I know that, it looks like I'm trying to get rid of him. I'm not. I just want him to go to Girona because I know this season I'm not going to be able to give him the game time, that he needs, not that he's going to be looking for, that he really needs for the development, for his own development. So I really hope he will go to Girona and play a lot of game time for them, and hopefully he will progress in the meantime as well. And now Zeffy passing it to Cortino is in the penalty box. Can we make it 3? Esposito! That was his chance to make it 3-0 there. Okay, now Consoli passing it to Posh. Posh passing it sideways to Binks. Binks to Ubanski. Sosa to Colo Colo. Orsi, Colo Colo. Now Raimondo. Raimondo is through now. Oh my god. Okay, he passed it to Gordon. Wait, is that Kate Gordon? I actually wanted to sign him. If that is Kate Gordon, right? No, no, no. It's Anthony Gordon. Okay, Anthony Gordon. They got him on a loan from Brighton. I actually wanted to sign Kate Gordon from Liverpool. You know, he was actually available on a free transfer, but due to the non-European rules, right, I could not sign him. That is seriously that is seriously ridiculous. To be honest, the non-European rules that we have. All right, guys. So to focus on the positive, we have won 2-0 against Bologna here today. If you have a look at this, our defense really did well against this Bologna team. They actually had 5 shots on target, but cardinally kept us in this game, gave us a clean sheet, and yeah, we won the game. 3 points well deserved against this Bologna team. Alright, guys, so with that win against Bologna, we are sitting at the top of Serie A. 2 games played, 2 wins, 6 points, 3 goal difference is a very, very good start. Alright, so when I'm gonna come back, for the next episode, so I will be coming in back for the next episode for our game against Newcastle. So we are going to be playing against Newcastle in the European Conference League, and we will face Napoli as well. So these are the 2 games that we are going to be playing, because as you guys know, we are going to be trying to look for a, European qualification as well this season. So, it's time for us to start winning against all these big clubs, and hopefully in the next episode, we will win against Newcastle and Napoli. If we can beat Newcastle in the next episode, I am sure that we will be able to win the Conference League this season. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.